Hey, welcome to the C3 Victory podcast. We're back again. We've got Pastor Daz, we've got Chris on the podcast, and we talk about fasting. We talk about New Year's goals. We talk about the myth of the fresh starts, and we have a bit of banter about sport and some movies and things in there. So it's going to be fun. Let's get in the convo.
Let's do it.
So my wife got me this because
What's this?
This is a hydro jug. It's like a
Hydro jug?
I have
Not
like
flask?
Okay,
Hydro
so
jug.
I bought
Hydro
like, this
jug.
is hydro jug. I bought like 5 years ago. I bought a like a $10 water bottle from Industry, which I think you have one as well. I think you had
I lost
one.
it.
Yeah,
but
it
I
was
had
like
one.
yeah, it was this great water bottle, and it was great and kept the water super cool. But then it's just gone mank.
Right.
So
It's gone mank.
It's gone gross.
Oh, I thought you meant
So-
like it got lost.
No, it's gone mank. So I had like Leah got one of these, but like in blue, and it was super nice. But it's like such a girl's cup. Like it's such like a high school.
What, this
girl-
one?
Yeah, these style of like
Yeah, my kids'
yeah,
bottles look
they're
exactly
such like
like
a
that.
high school girl like cup. But
The hydro flask was very high school girl.
I love
That's
this
not
though.
too
This
bad,
thing is
though.
awesome.
This is totally not where we're going with the conversation. But now talk about these bottles, right? My kids love the Yeti
great.
and these kind, and my daughter's like, kids these days. My kids go to school with like a bottle like this, not a hydro flask, it's like a cheaper thing, but they expect ice and they expect cold water.
Oh yeah, so's my daughter.
And
Yep.
if it's like, hey guys, the ice has run out because you used it all, they're like, I can't go to school with no ice in. The water won't even be cold. I'm like, are you kidding me? I just had to drink it. I didn't even have a bottle. I got to drink it out of the bubbler.
bubblers, mate.
It's so funny because I feel like we've gone fully from like having like back when I was at school, it was like you could not get kids to drink enough water. Like we would be dehydrated the entire day
Yeah.
because you would drink out the bubbler, and it's like no,
Totally.
you got to pack a water bottle. You always got to have your water bottle. And
Apart
now
from
it's
your
like
little juice pop.
Overhydration.
Yeah, now it's overhydration.
Yeah. They're popping hydration tabs and stuff.
Kids are going to the toilet. They're lining up to go to the toilet every 5 minutes.
Excuse me, your child's
Can I
way
just
too
go to the-
hydrated.
Your kid asked to go to the toilet far too often.
We're back on the pod.
Here we
Which is
are.
good. Boys are back. Last pod we had a bit of a conversation about what this year looks
Yeah.
like, stuff
Good.
like that, which is awesome.
Yes.
If
If you haven't listened to it, definitely go check it out.
check it out.
Right.
And we've got a new set here, which is awesome.
I love
More
it.
stuff.
Looks sick, eh? Let us know what you think. Like, if you think we should add in the comments if you think we should put extra stuff here or keep
Yeah,
it the
what
way
should
it
we put
is.
down? What would
Let
you
us
like
know.
to see on the podcast? I went to Tower Cinemas for the first time since they reopened because we talked about it last week. Leah and I went and we watched
It's kind of about
Project
inspiration.
Hail Mary,
Can't wait to
which
see
is
it.
amazing. We'll talk about later, but the cinema is awesome, and they have all these old movie posters up. And I was like, oh, I reckon an old movie poster
Oh, okay.
hanging up
Yeah.
here.
Behind
They
here.
had Jaws.
Back to the Future.
Indiana
Old school.
Jones.
Oh, I like
Yeah.
that.
We could print them off and just
Wall-E.
like have it go through. So,
Mm.
Not really that
What if
old.
we put a green, we put a photo frame with a green screen up, and we can just
it sounds like a lot of work for me, but that's fine. We'll figure it out.
We've got a TV screen behind here, so we can just use
Yeah,
that.
just put the movie. We'll just put the actual movie on so that
If you get bored listening to us,
You just
you
watch the
watch the
movie.
movie behind us.
We do actually have something to talk about today.
Okay, yeah,
all
right,
right?
we'll get
We
into
do
it. Let's do
actually have
that.
something to talk about. I mean, we're at the end of March, which is out of control.
That's wild.
Like, how fast has that gone?
so quick.
Like slow it down.
Pastor Nate's already talking about 2027, and I'm like,
Jeez.
what the heck? We just started 2026.
He may have been talking about 2027 last year, though.
That was also true.
So today we're going to talk about the myth of the fresh start. The myth of the fresh start. So
Great.
probably the start of the year is where this fits a little bit more, but we've done the start of the year and we're in the end of March. And so I guess we get to talk a little bit about like how are we all going with our
The fresh start has like faded away now.
has the fresh start
It's
faded?
gone.
Yeah. We're all a bit fatter than what we were in December now.
Yeah. Isn't supposed to be the opposite? Are you supposed? Am I not
Well,
supposed to be?
I have lost a
losing
little bit.
weight?
Yes.
Yeah, I did a little bit of a detox.
Yeah, same
and,
here.
Yeah, you feeling better?
Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah, did a 60-hour fast.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was great, except it wasn't
Hang
good.
on.
It wasn't good for my
Fasting
marriage.
what? Fasting
What did you fast?
everything?
Fasting everything except for
Okay,
water.
because usually like a 60-hour fast of like TV or Instagram is not like that big of an achievement. I did a 60.
I did a 6-hour fast
I
on
did a
Instagram.
60-hour fast of
Or you did life 60
You did
hours.
everything, right? You
fast speed.
fasted
it was
everything.
fasted everything except for water, black coffee,
wow.
and herbal tea.
That's wild. 60 hours is.
How,
It
how
was
was that?
It was a stretch.
Okay.
Yeah, big time.
You
How
gonna
many
go more,
days
though?
technically is that?
That's like, well, that's 12 hours less of 3 days. Less
it
than
work?
3
Okay.
days. It was really good.
Yeah.
But I don't think my re-entry was very healthy.
Oh, what'd you do? What was your...
I started easing in with like a bit of fruit and a bit of vegetables.
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, this is good. And then we had like someone come around for dinner or something happened and I was just like gorged myself.
Yeah.
And the next day I'm like, that was not good.
That was not a good idea. Not a good idea.
No, you got to be careful with that. I remember a long, long time ago, I did like 3-week Daniel fast and with some friends and whatnot. And I was so hungry the whole time. I was like, next level, I was like, if it's not a fruit or vegetable, I'm not eating it. So salt, not a fruit or vegetable. Not
Ooh.
having salt.
Really?
Oil, I didn't even have oil. No
Dude.
butter. Like, I was so hungry.
It's a lot of zeal.
And then our re-entry meal, we invited friends over and we cooked this huge breakfast, like hash brown. Like,
Oh, no.
we ate like one thing and we're like, I'm full. And
Oh, yeah.
we wasted so much food. We felt horrible about ourselves, how much food and money we wasted on all this food. We like couldn't get through it. Anyway, that's totally a good start to the year.
It was.
Doing a
yeah, for
60-day
sure.
fast.
60 hour. Gosh, not 60 days.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Not that.
That's why I lost so much weight. I'm a shell of a man.
I was just rewriting the script there for you. Everyone's going to be like,
60
whoa.
hour fast.
So,
Yeah. Wasn't that-
well,
wasn't
that's a
that
good start to the year.
That's
How do you, so, okay, 60 hour fast. You feel like your year started well?
I think overall, yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
That's
Oh,
good.
we had like lots of holidays for our family.
Oh,
we
yeah,
went,
you went
to
to
Vietnam,
Vietnam.
and we went to our COFs holiday. So I feel like is a really good start, like family wise,
Mm,
to and in terms of rest.
mm,
In terms of rest and how we felt re-entering like the year in terms of the work year,
mm.
we felt really rested. I felt
Good,
ready
man.
to go, hit the ground running. I'm like, this is going to be a solid year. Let's go.
That's good.
So I think it's good to feel rested at the start of the year when you can kind of kick into a new gear
Yeah.
and be super productive, super focused.
Absolutely.
It feels good.
Come on.
That is
You had a good start to the year. Did you have any goals or, I don't know,
New Year's resolutions.
fasts? Or
I started
resolutions?
because we are doing Lent at the moment. Well, it's like currently Lent in the Christian calendar. So I did start fasting for Lent.
Yeah.
And maybe last week I just got to the point where I was like, I can't do this.
What were you fasting?
Oh, food during the day. So I did like the
Oh,
day,
yeah.
I wouldn't eat breakfast or lunch. I would just have dinners.
Okay.
But it got a little bit like,
Ramadan style.
yeah. And
Oh,
I felt
yeah.
like I set out with the intention of, to be true, like completely vulnerable. I set out with the intention of like, I just want to start the year really well, like close to Jesus. And for whatever reason, I was reflecting on, I was like, I don't actually know if this is actually doing that. Like fasting the food. I don't feel any, after about like 2 weeks, I don't feel any closer to Jesus than when I started. And so I stopped fasting food and then just switched. I was like, okay, I'm just, because I had also read like a John Mark Comer book, Live No Lies, which is a great
Yeah.
book.
Very good. book.
Probably his best, I reckon.
Yeah,
Really?
I feel like the title lets it down.
Yeah.
I feel like it
it's-
doesn't sell what
It's
it's
very
about.
good. And he has this whole section about fasting that I was like, this is
Mm.
really good. Really good teaching.
Okay.
Very much about denying the flesh.
Mm.
And I think we don't talk about that heaps as Christians because we don't like to talk about it because it's a bit like, we talk about a lot with some things like denying the flesh when it
Yeah.
comes to like say lust or temptation.
Right.
But when it just comes to some of
Yeah.
those other things like
Mm.
bad eating habits that I know are ingrained
True.
into me, we don't love talking about denying the flesh when it comes to not
Let's bring
eating
it back.
a Toblerone. So it's
I
like,
I agree.
yeah.
For sure.
So it's like that. I was okay. I want to deny my flesh. It's gonna be great. Whatever. Blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
yeah.
But then after about 2 weeks, I realized I'm like, I don't know if this is actually making me feel any closer. So I stopped fasting food, and I just tried to reduce my time on social media. And immediately I was like, oh, that's what I really
better.
needed. Oh, right, God, it was the Instagram. It's
Yeah.
not the Toblerone.
You could have had 2 more weeks of eating normally.
Yeah, I could have, but
I reckon fasting is like flesh denial practice.
yes,
That's
it
right.
really is.
And
That's
I
right.
reckon you're sowing spiritual seed
yes,
to reap a future harvest.
Yeah.
Like rarely do I feel
Absolutely.
closer to Jesus. But after a fast, the following couple of like months, I feel like I reap a harvest that I sowed when
Mm.
totally.
I fast.
I
But
mean, I
good
wrote
work
down
trying that, man.
1
That's good.
Corinthians 9, verse 27 Paul says, I beat my body and make it my slave. right? Like that's what fasting is doing. I'm beating my body. My body's not in control. I'm in control.
Yeah.
My desires, that I crave sugar, my cravings, I want. That's not in control. Fasting is about saying, no, body, put yourself in the right place. I'm in control and I want to be close to Jesus. I beat my body and make it my slave so that after I have preached to all, I won't be disqualified, is what Paul says. So he's like, I'm not getting disqualified in this process. I'm beating my body down.
100%.
It wants all this stuff that's not good for me.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
It is. That's so anti-culture though, isn't it?
100%.
Yeah.
It's like, no. Desires, emotions, feelings, opinions.
Yeah.
They lead me. But scripture's
I want leads me. Like this is the big thing about fasting is it actually tells yourself, like, I am going to reject this idea that the most important thing for me right now is what I want.
Yeah.
Which we do that all the time.
I like what John Mark Comer says. He talks about like unlimited desire. Like your appetites are not limited.
Yeah.
After I have a meal, it's only a certain amount of time before I am hungry again.
Yep.
And the challenge with life is that we have so many options and we have unlimited like Netflix and shows.
Yeah.
There's always more stuff to do, but we are limited. But our desire never stops.
And its desire is never fully it's insatiable. It's a black hole. It's never fulfilled with all these things that we try to fill it with, right?
Yeah.
Man,
I also think sometimes fasting is about, to some extent, go with me here. I think sometimes fasting is about following my desire, but it's just not the desire of my flesh.
That's right.
It's the desire of my spirit. Like
So
I
good.
want to be more. I want to be close to God. I want to be a more spiritually mature Christian. Like I want these things.
Yes.
And it also translates to other things. Like I might have a financial goal, or I might have a goal with, I want to have, I want to be married and have like I am married. Sorry. I might be someone else who'd be like, I want to be married and have like a great marriage, or I want to have good relationships, or I want to have a good job, or whatever these things. Is like the desire is we want these things. But so often these beneficial things that just take long-term putting the reps in, it's like we become overcome by the desires for the immediate gratification.
Right.
So it's like it's not fasting, and I think just like a good spiritual discipline is not necessarily about rejecting the things that you want. It's just it's just finding the things that like the immediate things that you want that are not good for you.
Yes.
And not choosing to follow those, but instead following the wants and desires that are godly or are like something that is beneficial. Does that make sense?
That's what I said discipline is. Like discipline is denying my desires for now to get my desires for later.
Yeah.
100%.
Sometimes I like to think about, this is so silly, but sometimes I like to think about like future me. So I'll think about,
I think that's a good way to think about it.
Future me want
that's
right
great.
now?
Yes.
And sometimes I'll have the conversation
good
with
mentality.
Or like, what's the future me I want to be?
Yes.
That's it. That's right.
But I'll even have conversations with future me. So future me will be like, no, Chris, put down the phone. You don't. No, put down the toe.
Do you say it? Do you say it out loud, like when you're
at home?
I
internalize it. Oh, it
No,
depends.
I think
Actually,
that's
sometimes
okay.
Chris is walking around the house going, Chris, put down the Toblerone. Chris.
Future me. What would future me say to me right now? If future me was here, is like, don't do that.
Yeah, I think it's fine to talk to yourself.
Future you comes and slaps the
Slaps
Toblerone.
it down.
What the heck?
I have not invented time travel, although it's
All right. Let's put
But we can't
put a
do
pin in
that.
that
We
one.
can't do that. We can't. We're going to get like a copyright strike or something.
Why?
It's like because
it's such a Hamish and Andy
It's such
thing.
a Hamish and Andy thing.
It works so good. Hamish and Andy didn't invent bells.
No,
you know
that's
what I
true.
mean?
That's right. Do they do it twice or once?
Who cares?
Well, we're going to do it twice.
We're just going to move on.
We're nowhere near as big as them. We're not trying to steal their stuff,
It's so
right? It's
we are stealing their bell.
It's they should be.
If you don't like the bell, let us know. If you like the bell, let us
Right.
know.
Anyway, let's get in the conversation. I want to get us in the guts of the conversation. I think
Let's
that's
do
a good start. I really like that. Hearing about fasting at the start of the year.
Okay.
But this conversation, the idea is like the myth of the fresh start or the optimization trap. And it's the idea that we can try to fix our lives with new habits
Right.
or better apps without addressing the underlying fragmentation of our spirits. And so, I think a fresh start is real and I think it's good and I think it's fun. But
Definitely.
coming into a new year, we have a lot of things a lot of goals that we have and we want to address and
Right.
be more organized and have new habits, and that's all good. But if we're kind of like hoping that those things are gonna like be the panacea or the thing that fixes some underlying things, we might be in for a bit of a disappointing ride.
Yeah.
And this time of the year is when those habits kind of start to show their cracks, and we're like, oh.
Right.
I'm still so stressed. You know, like, I'm in March and I thought my new habits or whatever, but I'm still so stressed and overwhelmed and like, oh my goodness, I thought that would fix it.
Why don't I feel closer to God?
Why don't I feel closer to God?
Why haven't I actually lost weight?
Yeah, it's like why
Totally.
like, why I was going to go to the gym every day this year and now I'm not going to the gym at all. Or I was going to read my Bible every day this year and now I'm not reading my Bible at all. Or
Yeah.
I was going to be kinder to my wife this year and I feel like I'm snapping at her more.
Are you? Yeah.
These are examples.
That's quite a public
always
confession.
Yes, public confession. Wow, here we go.
No, sorry, these are not. Sorry, let me clarify. These are some of those are me. One of three of those might be me. You can decide. You can guess which one. No, but, so like those are sort of the things I feel like everyone can relate to.
Is there any like I guess? Look, I find this sometimes. Stress is probably the one that
You want to be less stressed?
Look, I don't want to be. I think there's a healthy level of stress. You're doing things, you're getting stuff done. You don't want to be lazy. There's a productive stress, right? So I'm not saying you need to be floating on the pool lounge noodle with a cocktail and like
and a hydro jug.
No, like God's called us to be a hydro jug. God's called us to be productive, busy, and there's a healthy level of stress, right? So we're not lazy.
Yep.
But then there's just the overwhelm stress, and no matter how many new apps I get. Or how many habits I employ, maybe I just have too much on and I need to say no. And maybe the main thing is I need to say no to things or have better boundaries or prioritize my life more.
So did you start this year being like, I have these goals to reduce the stress in my life, and then you've got to now and be like where you're at with those?
Maybe that was probably something more last year.
Yeah,
more last year when it comes to stress. And I had to like, my problem is I want to do everything.
Yeah.
And I had to make the hard decision to go, I can't do everything.
True.
So I had to actually accept I'm a limited human being.
Yeah.
I'm limited.
No way.
I can't just keep doing all of these things. So I had to accept that, overcome pride.
Yep.
And just go, I'm limited.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then go, I can't do A, B, and C anymore. And then I had to disappoint people. So I'm a people pleaser.
Yep.
So I had to say, I can't do these things anymore. I had to disappoint those people. So I guess that's a deeper internal work, but it really wasn't I didn't figure that out myself. It's with the Holy Spirit partners with us.
Yes, great.
To reveal these things to us. So it might not seem spiritual because they're very practical things, but it affects, we're integrated, holistic humans. And of course it affects our spirit. It affects everything in our life.
Yeah.
Just like my osteo says, everything is connected to everything. And, but it wasn't without the voice of the Holy Spirit and listening to him and listening to his leading that I could figure some of these things out. Like, I guess he's the ultimate osteo. It's such a cheesy thing to say.
Ultimate osteo.
Yeah.
But he really is. He knows us inside and out.
That is true.
That's good.
But I got a question to put out there.
Yes.
Why do we think a change in scenery or a new calendar year fixes a spiritual deficit?
That's a good question.
Like, what do you mean by a spiritual deficit, though?
I guess it's
Do you mean I'm not as close to God as I want to be? Do you mean I feel distant? I have felt distant from God for a while. What do you mean by that? I'm stuck in sin.
It could be a combination of those. Yeah. Could be
Haven't read my Bible for a while.
I feel far from God.
Yeah.
I'm stuck in sin patterns or habits.
Yep.
I just feel a general lack of motivation to want to engage spiritually.
There's a lot of people there at this time of year right now.
I think so.
Because you're past February, things kick off and you're like, here we go.
Exciting new year.
That's right. Like January is like, we're starting the whole new year. Here we go. Fresh canvas. Woo.
Yep.
And then February, you're like, I think the church calendar starts in February.
It feels like it does.
Because everyone's coming back from holidays and we're all back together. It's like, woo, here we go. Like, and there's Vision Month and we're like, yes, we're doing something. We're going somewhere. But then I think what are we, end of March at the moment?
Yep.
It's like, whoa, man, this is you're starting to hit a bit more of the grind part of the year Well, you've got to keep.
It's the grind.
Sorry.
You've got to
Couldn't help
keep.
myself. Yeah,
You
no,
know,
yeah, too.
Like you're the failure of keeping those habits and those decisions is starting to take impact now.
Yeah, because I definitely think I think a lot of people start the year thinking they are going to go to church more or thinking they are going to, do those things like, I'm going to be a better Christian this year. I'm just going to be like a better Christian. I'm going to go, this is the year.
I'm going to be the man of God.
This is the year. This is the year.
I'm going to read through my Bible in a year.
Yeah, or
in 1
a
year.
month. The whole read your Bible, the 30-day shred.
30-day shred. That's a crazy
It
idea.
is crazy.
For anyone who hasn't heard of if you're like, what is the 30-day shred? There's a plan on the YouVersion app by a guy called Nathan Finokia. Great, awesome teacher. Go check him out on YouTube or something. But he created this plan. I'm sure he didn't invent it, but he's pushed it and popularized it. You go through the entire Bible in 30 days.
Which I know people who do it every year. And I'm like, that's awesome.
Shout out to Pastor Earl. Pastor Earl
he
did
does
it this
every
year.
year. Wild. Or this year. It's wild.
He
It's awesome.
audios it.
How many chapters is that? It's like 40 chapters?
It's so much, man.
It's like an hour a day
Well,
of
the Bible
reading.
in a year is five. I'm doing Bible in a year this year, New Living, and it's 5 chapters a day. And I'm still going, whoa.
I think the thing is, though, it's like some people, I feel like I've tried doing it once, but I feel like when I approached it, it was very much like, this is going to be the thing that like kickstarts my relationship with Jesus this year. I think the reason Pastor Earl can do it is because he's already in the Word regularly. You know, if you're not in the Word regularly and you go from being 0 to
30-day shred.
130, I'm going to read the Bible in 30 days. Of course, you're going to get to like most people get to Leviticus.
Try reading a few verses a day first.
And that's okay. But it's like, but I feel like we do have.
Start in the book of John or something.
I think to answer the question, which is like, why do we feel like a change of scenery? Or like, I don't know, like, why do we feel like it has to be like a 0 to 100 big step? You know what I mean?
Well, I think you've hit the nail on the head. Like, if someone is like coming into the new year and they're like, I'm going to do the 30-day shred, you know, like, so it's a spiritual thing. It's not a new app or habit. They're like, I'm going to do this hardcore spiritual thing. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to fix everything.
You're not going to get super close to God because you read 40 chapters of the Word that day.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to get close? Surely, I reckon something's going to happen. But it's not.
I feel like it depends.
I think consistency in a long direction is better than just a blip.
So I stopped making New Year's resolutions like 10 years ago. I'm like, I'm not making any more because this sucks and I don't change.
Was that your resolution?
It was my New Year's resolution to not make New Year's resolutions. But I thought if I make an incremental change to my life that I can keep, that's going to change my life.
Yeah,
if every year I make several just incremental changes, like I'm going to sort out my Bible reading now. I'm going to work out what works. And I'm just going to sit and I'm not going to try and fix everything at once.
Yeah.
I'm just going to just slowly, incrementally change things.
I think it's like
consistency and incremental change, I think, is part of the key to transforming our lives.
100%.
I used to not go to the gym at all. So this is like not spiritual, but it is because we're spiritual. We're body, mind's.
This is part of our
It's all part of it,
We
right?
need to be healthy.
Exactly.
Yep.
So I used to not go to the gym at all. And then I would try and go from 0 to 100. I'm going to go to the gym 3 days a week, go to the gym 4 days a week, whatever, right? Went from 0 to that. Did not last one. Sorry?
Pre-workout?
No, I was just
protein powder?
No, I didn't. No, I'm not. That wasn't where I was at. But I was like, I'm going to do whatever. Going to do this.
I'm just being silly.
And then
so I'm sorry, Chris. I'm being rude. Keep
no,
going.
it's fine. I'm trying to think like
creatine. Creatine.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I'm just trying to. Let me just get to the gym first, right? Like, but it was like very much like 0 to 100 and whatever, blah blah blah. And I remember Pastor Nate saying, it was like just like incremental changes.
Yeah,
right.
So I said, okay, I'm just going to do 1 day a week, and so I made a goal. I'm just going to get 1 day a week, and then that day it became 2, and then it became 3. So it's like now currently it's back down to 2. So it's like whatever. But the next change is not for me to be like, okay, to get back up there. It's not to go from 2 days a week to 10,
10 days a week.
10 days a week, every day or
That's
whatever.
right. That's
like,
right.
That's not, and it's the same with our spiritual walk with God. I think sometimes we put so much pressure on ourselves and suddenly if it's because we feel convicted, if it's because we feel guilty. I remember when I was dealing with pornography and I would look at porn this is before I got free, I would look at porn and whatever, and then I would feel like, oh, now I've got to be like a super good Christian. So now the pressure is on me.
Like a
the
righteous reflex.
I gotta be blah blah
True,
blah blah.
true.
So there's these things that like if it's like things that make us feel like, oh, I really got whatever. Like thankfully in that situation, like in that particular circumstance, there was actually a moment where, like I was set free from that.
Great.
But at the same time, it wasn't. So for some people, it's not immediate. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sure.
For some people,
It's a journey.
It's the journey. And I'm still on the
Absolutely.
journey. I was on a journey. I still am on a journey, right? Like it's no longer, it's pretty far behind me, but it's not completely out the rearview mirror.
I think if any guy's real, that like it's something you got to be aware of in
Gotta
your
be
life.
vigilant.
You can't just be like, oh
That's
yeah,
right. I'm
that
good.
got sorted. I'm good.
Yeah. I prayed a prayer once. I'm good.
That's it. But my point in that was that like we can like
not how I
something
sound.
will,
What? It's not how I sound.
That's how you sound all. Sorry, my point in that was that like I feel like sometimes something makes us feel like, we've got to go from 0 to 100 with our walk with God.
There's a catalyst.
Yeah.
You've had a thing that's made you feel guilty. Someone might have like blown up at their wife or their kids, or something's happened, and now that's the catalyst for me to go, I need to make major change. And so we go from 0 to 100.
Yes.
And that's not sustainable.
Now,
What do you say? Is this something you see? You notice a bit? Like, I guess we probably notice it in ourselves, right?
I think everyone's got different kind of, I hate to use the word trigger, but like these kind of catalyst moments that we realize our humanness. We fall into some kind of sin, or blow up, or all the cracks appear, and we don't have it anymore. We can't, and it might be just the blow up at the kids, or it might be just the infuriating nature, or we fall into some kind of sin that really confronts us.
Yes,
and it's that confronting nature of what we've done causes us to knee-jerk reaction into, I've got to get right with God. I've got to do the 30-day shred. I've got to get to the gym every day. I've got to sort out my whole life all at once.
Yes.
And it's like,
the core of that, like a healthy conviction is a good thing.
Right.
Like we're not saying, oh, it's okay for you to sin and then just to be, it's like, Romans.
where just be blasé about it.
It's not okay that we just go on sinning.
That's right.
Paul's very clear about that in Romans.
Totally.
Right? But it's
Romans 6.
I feel like the difference between the conviction and condemnation is that condemnation, which is when I'm confronted with my sin and that leads me to just, I've got to fix this by myself by doing more things with God.
Yeah.
I've got to go to church more because if I go to church more, then God will love me more. And then this issue will be okay in me. But that's not true.
Right.
Like the healthy conviction is like, I obviously still have sin in my life. I need God to heal this and to free me of this. The good news is if you're committed to walking with Jesus, he will do that. He promises to transform us, right?
Yes.
But the conviction in me may lead to some better habits. Like I might feel convicted about the fact that I don't go to church every week. I do. Sorry. This is not me. An example. I might feel convicted about, maybe I don't go to church every week.
Yeah.
But I would hope that if someone does feel that, it's not because, I need to go to church every week because then God will love me. It might be like, God loves me. He wants the best for me. The best place for me to be is with his people worshiping him.
Right.
Let's let that be
I need to make that a
catalyst that drives you.
I think that's like 100%. What do you think is a good response? You know what I mean? Like I think having a response to our sin, like being confronted with our sin or our brokenness, is probably good. If you're not having a response to that or a moment, let's check our hearts. But if you're having a response to being confronted with your own brokenness, I think that's okay. Like the Holy Spirit convicts, like you're just saying, Chris.
Right.
I guess we've got to make sure it's not condemnation from the enemy that puts us down and shames us.
Absolutely.
But for a healthy response, Daz, what would you say is a healthy response to that conviction? Not that there's a perfect one-fits-all kind of response, I guess.
But I think certainly talking to God, right? Like just going to prayer and being like, okay, Holy Spirit, I need you to guide me in this moment, in this season of my life. I'm at this point being real with the sin or being real with what happened, the catalyst, and owning it. You can't fix what you don't own.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Right? You got to own it. God, this is an issue in my life. Help me out of this mess, this sin, this whatever's happened.
Yeah.
You might be guided to like repair things with your kids. You might be guided to confess something to a friend, a safe friend or a leader, or your table space, or, you might be guided to make better choices and habits. Okay, how do I move into a place where my life is more aligned with the life that God planned and purposed for me? I think like certainly the context of the community that we're in, like it definitely is about going to the Spirit and saying, Holy Spirit, guide me. But also we're meant to do life and like ministry and inside community with one another.
Yeah.
So don't neglect the community element because someone's already been there.
Yep.
Someone's already
Someone can
been
help
there.
you.
Yes.
Someone can guide you through some of the mess.
Someone can maybe help you shortcut some of the, like I reckon if I can learn something from somebody else, that's so much better than learning it from myself.
Oh, yes.
Like,
don't reinvent the wheel.
That's right. I think you said years ago, Simo, that like reading books is like time traveling. Because actually what I'm doing is I'm learning more quickly lessons that I would have had to take years to learn.
Yeah.
And
do you remember saying that?
I remember saying something similar. I thought I said reading books is like cheat codes.
There was a time traveling element to something that you
like
said.
time travel. Yeah.
Yes. Because actually if I'm struggling and I go to Simo who has struggled in this similar area before and he goes, you know what worked for me? Like testimony, right? You know what worked for me?
Yeah.
I did this and this and this. And I'm like, man, can you just kind of mentor me for a couple of months because I need someone to walk with me out of this mess.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a game changer.
Yeah.
This is why the church exists, for us to do stuff together,
100%.
for us to walk
Yeah.
together.
Instead of walking around for 40 years trying to solve that issue and someone's like,
Right?
you just go over here and then you go here and then you're out of the wilderness.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
What is 11 days? It's an 11-day journey
For the Israelites.
to get from start to finish. But they took 40 years. It's written in the Bible.
Yeah.
It's written in one of the verses.
Yeah,
it's actually an
you're right.
11-day journey. And so why do we think that we have to do it all by ourselves? I'm just going to grind and grit this out. Here we go. No, get somebody else involved. You're going to save yourself 39 years and how many days, right?
Yeah.
It's so hard getting some people involved sometimes though.
I was
like
gonna
admitting our
Humility,
weakness.
right?
It shouldn't be, but it does.
I was
right?
going to ask, like, what do you think is where do you start? How do you find people? Because let's say there's someone who doesn't feel like they've got people in their life they can have conversations with this.
True.
Where do you start?
I think you start with a leader or a pastor that you feel kind of connected with.
Yeah.
And you just ask them the real question.
That's good.
Like I'm struggling with, cheating on my finances. Or I'm struggling with whatever the thing is.
Yeah.
I'm struggling with lying.
Yep.
I'm struggling with I can't lose weight.
Yep.
Like whatever the thing is.
Yeah.
It might not have to be a deep, dark sin.
No, that's right.
It could be just something practical. I'm
Yeah.
struggling to read my Bible every day, man.
Yeah.
How do I do this? Talk to a leader or a pastor that you kind of feel connected with,
Yes.
and then just they can suggest something.
Yeah.
Or they might say, yeah, man, let's catch up for coffee on Tuesday and we'll map out a
We'll
plan.
talk about it.
I reckon
Map out a plan.
I
Yeah.
reckon people like having someone to walk with you is just like it is night and day difference in any task or any goal or any way that you set out to improve yourself when you do it with somebody else. Like I even think about like going to the gym or whatever, come back to that analogy. So much easier. I find it so much easier to maintain consistency in that when I have a person to go to the gym with, because you keep each other accountable.
Accountability.
What's that quote? If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
Oh, that's so good. Did you make? Is that yours?
No, I've heard that before. That's really, really good.
As Darren Chapman always says.
Just claim that.
If you
like
want to
that.
go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together.
That's good.
I heard it from Michael Hyatt back in the day.
That's really good.
That is gold. And I guess it speaks to why if you at church, if you hear us from stage, we're talking about like make sure you're at church every Sunday, make sure you're in a
Totally.
group.
Table space.
We're not like
Yeah.
we genuinely care for people.
Yeah.
We're not
That's
like
right.
Yeah.
we don't want to just fill the auditorium so we feel good about ourselves or something. And I'm not. There's probably pastors out there that do. That's why they're talking about that.
Oh, like, trust us.
No.
If we didn't truly believe that being in church every Sunday was good for you, we wouldn't be in church every Sunday. but we would also be at the farmer's market or sleeping in. Like, absolutely. But we know.
I love that was your first thought.
Farmers market's pretty cool.
I want that croissant, man. They are good.
That croissant?
But being in church or a connect group makes that conversation or that reach out
Yes.
so much easier,
Absolutely.
right? So if you actually
That's
have
right.
talk to the pastor or you have a conversation or you have a conversation with your connect group leader, you can. There's a higher chance you're able to share the thing that you're struggling with if you just don't have any connection with anyone. Well, guess what? You're probably just going to try. You're suffering in silence by yourself.
I think it is also like, I think even if you go to table space, even if you go to church, you will also like, it is also difficult to ask someone. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's
like,
still difficult.
There's still the step. Like there is still the step of having that uncomfortable. It might feel like an uncomfortable conversation, depending on what you want to talk about.
Vulnerable thing to say, right?
Yes, I need help.
Right.
Vulnerable.
Yeah.
Especially for guys. I think girls, they can find, I don't know, I could be wrong here, stereotyping. I think it is harder for guys to open up like that.
Yes.
Not just like, not even from the point of view, like for me, I find it, I'm getting better at this, but I don't open up from the point of view of like, I don't want to be perceived as if I don't have it all together.
Yeah.
The reason I don't open up, and so a lot of people do, like the pride of guys have that kind of pride. Most guys probably struggle with that. But the reason I'm just kind of like, I don't want to bother people with my stuff.
Yeah.
That's kind of the reason I tend to be slower to open up. It's
right.
I just don't want to burden anyone. They're probably dealing with their own things. They probably got their own problems. And I don't want to put my stuff on them. And so I just kind of keep it to myself a bit longer than I should. And it's not true.
No.
You can talk to someone.
Yes.
Like share.
A burden shared is a burden halved.
It's good.
You can't help. You got all the good quotes today. Oh goodness. Quite central.
No, it's like those like
But it's true.
I love
it's
it.
true.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
good. No, I was going to say, those like boxes that you can press buttons and it gives you quotes, like the what do you call the soundboard? It's what Darren is.
Oh, we're going to add those to the soundboard. Can we get a soundboard with some buttons and it can just be
Sorry,
Daz,
but I
like quote and
interrupted you.
stuff?
What were you going to say?
Well, a problem shared is a problem halved, right? So, but if I can share it, then I've got someone to walk with.
It's good.
And I think that some of the challenges that some people face is that we don't have deep enough relationships at church because we're not there often enough or I'm not in a table space. I don't feel that anyone's safe enough for me to share my vulnerable moment with. And so therefore it requires extra courage to kind of ask that question. But if you find yourself more embedded in community, you've got deeper relationships and the depth of relationship is always easier to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
You know, even if you're like, I don't want to burden somebody, that approach is bad. Like, because you're not getting what you could get because you're assuming others are, you're assuming that your burden would be also a burden to them.
Yeah. And that's, right? 100%. And
whereas if someone comes to me as a pastor and says, oh, I've got this issue, can you help me? I'm like, this is the best moment.
Darren loves burdens, not his own, but
because you're stoked because you know this is going to help.
I'm always walking a bunch of guys through a journey of like freedom from pornography, right?
Yeah.
Like that first conversation is a freaking game changer.
Yeah.
Because in that moment, I'm going, cool, I know the way.
Yeah.
And then they're brought into the light to some degree. It's not.
Oh, that's exactly right.
Yeah,
that's exactly
not in the
right.
darkness anymore.
But
even if it's not something so.
Well, that's right. Not even something so deep and dark or whatever.
Yeah.
But someone who just knows the way.
Yeah.
I'm
So
just going to find someone who can, walk me out of this thing.
Yeah.
And if you can shortcut a few things along the way, like I'm all about less pain, right?
Yeah.
My philosophy is no pain, no pain.
Yes.
Right?
No pain.
And so if I can find someone who can solve the issue or help me journey it in an easier, not to say that it's always easy or always looking for an easy approach or the fast hack or anything.
Yeah.
Because some some journeys in faith require deep transformation.
That's good.
Yeah.
And that is actually of the Father.
Yeah.
And that's actually very, very important.
Mm.
So we're not trying to just say, hey, get a buddy to fast track your way to freedom.
Yep.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah,
No.
It's not like I'm skipping out of all of the dark
That's
places
right.
of my soul and now I just get to play happy clappy.
Yeah.
No. Like there's definitely journeys of depth and struggle and suffering that are very important to the human experience and very important to the journey of freedom and closeness with God and depth of community and just becoming like Christ.
Yeah.
I can't become like Christ unless I suffer.
And that takes time.
Yes.
And I think this idea of like the optimization trap, like I guess we live in this world, we've got AI and YouTube and they're like 10 ways to then save this and that. And there's instant
Right.
hit ways of doing things. I think sometimes we approach our walk with the Lord like I need to have sorted all this out by the end of this year.
Yeah.
Or I need to,
Yes.
we don't feel like our walk with the Lord is good because it's not perfect.
Yeah.
But that's not true. Like we're going to be walking through stuff and dealing with stuff with the Lord, with people, with the Holy Spirit,
Come on.
internal growth areas for the rest of our life.
Absolutely.
Like forever. Like
And I think
until
that's-
eternity.
And I think that's
That's
where
right.
it comes back to the topic of this thing, the myth of the fresh start.
Mm.
Is because I think, like you said, like we believe at the beginning of the year that this is the year that I'm going to solve this part of my spiritual walk with Jesus.
Yeah.
This is the year I'm finally, or this is the year I'm going to improve this thing. And I think, I think that's the part of the problem is that whatever you set out to achieve, if it's a goal of developing your spirit, you might not know how long it takes.
Mm.
It might take, I don't know, let's say you want to go on a journey of discovering more about who you are as a child of God. That is a lifelong journey. And there might be months where you have incredible amounts of revelations come all at once.
And breakthrough.
And there might be months where you feel like, this is it, whatever.
Right.
And there might be months where it feel like, what's going on? But I do think that the main difference is if you know that this is a lifelong journey and you commit to walking that lifelong journey with other people, then I think that helps you not be discouraged.
Yeah.
Because even when there might be times you just feel like this month I just haven't felt anything. I haven't felt any one thing have been since like for a while. One thing I've been trying to do for a while and continue to do is I do try to make sure that every morning when I go to spend time with Jesus, it is spending time with Jesus. It's not just reading a book and ticking off a list. Like I genuinely want to feel like this is a time that I'm spending with my Father and to feel His presence. Some months and some weeks and some days are awesome. And I feel like, oh God, that's just awesome revelation. Or like whatever, these words are like jumping out of the page of the Bible. I'm praying and demons are fleeing. It's great. Like this is awesome. And some days don't feel like that. Some months feel slow and like, what is going on? But I feel like the difference, one of the things I've learned now is that whereas those in the past, like when I was kind of like, I'm just going to make this year the year I get better at this, whatever, is like I'd hit a month where it doesn't feel, I hit a week where it doesn't feel like I'm going anywhere. That's it. I just like throw it, like whatever.
Yeah.
But since I've started to learn to walk this with people more and then to also be okay with sometimes you're not going to feel like there's results, but just keep walking with Jesus.
Maturity requires consistency.
Yes.
Even, and like you said, Chris, like it gets hard sometimes.
Yeah.
It gets dry sometimes. It gets stale sometimes. Your Bible reading and your prayer and your journaling or whatever you do.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Nothing's happening.
Yeah.
Nothing's changing. What's going on here? But stay consistent.
Yeah.
That sounds like the normal Christian life to me.
Exactly.
And I think
that's what it is.
We, just like when we get to this time of the year and we're like, we're disappointed with ourselves. We're burdened with disappointment. Like, I didn't do the healthy eating as good as I could have. I didn't do the fitness plan as good as I could have. I'm not being as spiritual or not ticking off all the spiritual goals. I didn't do my 30-day shred as much. And we're burdened by, I think Pastor Nate shared about this in a message a couple of weeks ago, the burden of the should. I should be doing this, I should. And we need consistency.
Yeah.
And then when we hit rough patches, it's cool.
Just
pick
stay
yourself
consistent.
back up.
Yeah.
and keep going.
Keep turning
The
up.
Lord hasn't gone anywhere.
One of you guys said reps before. Like there's a lot of reps involved.
Yeah.
Right.
A life of reps.
Like I love chatting with guys who, this is going to sound terrible, but who are down and out and quite almost depressed.
I love talking with depressed guys. Makes me feel so much better about myself.
Is that why? Is that true? I'm joking.
because and what I like talking to them about is just this little thing called micro habits, right? And I've talked to you guys about it before, but like it's the power of one push up a day.
Yes.
It's the power of one verse a day.
Yeah.
Don't sign yourself up for the 30-day shred unless you're doing like a few chapters a day.
Unless you're doing 29-day shreds.
It's like the power of this tiny little incremental step that you make consistent in your life. Those are going to build towards healthier habits that make you feel spiritual, that make you feel close.
Yeah.
And even though you might not be feeling it on the day, it's like setting yourself the lowest possible requirement. What's the lowest possible thing that you could do every single day, even if you can't get out of bed, even if you're suffering from depression, even if you're feeling so distant from God? What's the minimal amount that you feel you could commit to on your worst possible day? All right, I can probably pray for 5 seconds and I can probably read one verse from scripture. Okay, then start there.
Yeah.
100%.
Don't stay there, but start there.
Because once you start there, now you've got the scope to go, well, what does the next verse say?
Yeah.
I'm kind of interested now.
Yes.
Oh, God, I've finished my 25 seconds of prayer, but I still got a few things to ask you about, or I just really want to know you more. Or, you start to build, like I think that momentum is sacred.
Yeah.
Spiritual momentum is sacred. If you this is why we get to church.
Yeah, if you feel like you are going somewhere, like if you feel like your relationship with Jesus is growing,
that's right.
You feel like you are on a roll.
You're like, oh
keep
man,
going.
I'm going somewhere now.
Keep going.
That's
keep
right.
Doing it.
But it's starting the fire.
Yes.
When you feel like the fire has gone out, or there's like just a couple of little embers left.
Yeah, it's good, Daz.
That's hard.
Yeah.
And like this is the power of community and the power of Sunday service. Is because now we're putting ourselves where there's a lot of coals.
Yeah.
I'm putting myself back in the fireplace, back where people are passionate and they love Jesus.
Yeah.
And even just that,
Yep.
even just that
100%.
is going to change your world.
Absolutely.
Right?
They're so going to change your world.
Come on.
I like that image of the coal, like starting again to be reflamed.
Yeah.
And I think
Coals
it's a
can
healthy
stay hot
expectation.
for a long
they can stay
period of
hot for a
time
long
as
period
well.
of time.
When they're
but
together,
Yeah.
even
but you
hotter.
stick one outside.
Oh, they go cool quick. But I guess where I was going with that was like, I think it's okay to expect in your journey with the Lord over like however long you're alive, you're gonna be a coal that gets a bit cold and kind of fades every now and then.
Yeah.
And that's totally normal. Just don't stay there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
But you're probably going to end up there through life, the ups and downs of life.
Right.
But if you zoom out, it's like a stock market graph where there's ups and downs, but the long-term trajectory
is plus 9%.
Always up. That's right.
How much?
Or more.
Oh, it's plus 8 to 9% over like 144
right.
years.
Pretty good.
My
My
always going to
spiritual
go up.
relationship with Jesus
Glory to
is
glory.
plus 9% over my lifetime. I was 9% more like
I was
Jesus.
9% better than I was last year.
I had a good life. I'm 9% better.
I think something that has also helped
Not
me.
that I'm good and faithful servant.
You're 9% better year on year.
Just 9%. Good and faithful.
Sorry, Chris.
I know. I was going to say, I think one thing that's also helped me to, and just like really quickly, is that is also knowing that He has never abandoned you, and He will never abandon you.
100%.
So like He's always got you. So even when you feel cold, even if you felt cold for a long time, He's still with you. He's still got you.
Great.
And
That's it.
He is like the story of the prodigal son. Like He is eagerly waiting for you to come back to Him.
Yeah.
He's not.
Right.
He hasn't gone anywhere.
True.
But if you come back to Him, if you approach Him as you are His child, all of us who believe He has made His sons and daughters, like you come back to Him, He will run to you and embrace you.
That's right.
And it doesn't mean that there might not be there probably is going to be things in your life that will have to change, but the good thing is that like he's with you
His
as
love
you
doesn't change.
those. His love doesn't change.
That's
and he's
right.
with you every
He's
step
with
of
you. He's with you in the
that as well.
battle.
Exactly.
He's helping you change. You don't have to do it yourself.
You don't have to do it yourself.
And
So
I think at the end of the day, with all of this, it's surrender over striving, isn't it?
come on.
Surrender over striving.
Right.
Yeah.
Like we just need to go, I can't make it all happen myself.
Can't do it.
I need God. I need others.
Yes.
Great.
Hey, I can't do this. Lord, help me. Like that's the best prayer.
Yeah.
Lord, help me.
Lord help.
Hey,
Totally.
Daz, help me.
Yep.
I need
You
help.
praying to Daz? That's a
No,
different prayer. That's a
I'm
conversation.
just talking to Daz. I think that's a good spot to land this combo.
Great.
I think,
Great.
I mean, that's good. I like that. I think that's going to really help some people.
Mm.
I was going to ask about Project Hail Mary as a little bit of like.
Well, I did. I want to. Yeah, I think I want to finish off with a
because
bit
I
of
brought
a
up at the beginning.
bit of
I
a
said
fun.
that I would talk about it.
The
at
bell's
the
been
end.
rung. Fun segment. All right. I want to. There's a couple of
Fun segment.
fun segment. That's
Put a
You better
sound.
bring the fun
Okay,
now.
okay. That is the lamest name for a segment
Fun segment.
that's ever been mentioned on a
Guys.
podcast.
Guys,
Fun
the
segment.
podcast has been really boring this entire time.
You guys need
But
a
thank
fun
you for
segment.
Let us
letting
know.
you fun segment. Here's
I
your
wanna hear-
reward.
I want
for
to hear
getting
from people.
through this.
What are some good segments that
What
we
do you
could
want?
bring into the pod?
Sure.
Oh.
And what are some good names? But like, Chris, you saw Hail Mary,
Project Hail Mary.
Project Hail
Project
Mary,
Hail Mary,
which is awesome.
Good movie?
Have you read the book?
No,
Have you read the book?
I read Martian.
I
Okay.
haven't read the book.
So this is the book was written. It's the movie is based on a book written by the guy who wrote The Martian, which is a phenomenal movie.
Andy Weir.
Andy Weir. And the
I know
movie. And
Andy.
so I read the book on holiday.
I know Andy.
It was a good book. It's a big book, Project Hail Mary, but it was a good book.
Okay.
And I don't read a lot of novels, but I read this one, and it's great. And I was like, oh, the movie, like, what's it gonna be like? It was really good. Like, it wasn't like a complete one-to-one adaptation of the book, but
Sure.
also the book's like huge. So
Massive.
it's like, you're not gonna get that.
Score out of 5.
The movie or the book?
The movie.
Probably like 4.73, I reckon.
Do you have any gripes with the
5
movie?
is such. Do I have any gripes? Probably. My only gripe was that in The Martian, very nerdy, but like in The Martian, they really delve into the physics and the science of that. Project Hail Mary is a little bit less,
Okay.
but it's still very good, and Ryan Gosling is just so good, so funny.
You have a crush on Ryan Gosling, don't
Just a
you?
little bit. It's fine. But that's
That's
one
okay.
of those things that
Don't we
this
all?
year
That's okay.
I'm going to get free of is my
Welcome-
crush of Ryan Gosling.
No.
Not this year.
I was
Just
about to
over my
say-
lifetime.
No, that's all right.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
like-
Okay. Yeah.
We're renaming the podcast the Ryan Gosling, fan club.
Moving on.
Oh,
That's what
okay.
this segment's called now.
I'm going to get like a little.
Daz,
coffee.
any good movies,
Yeah.
books? Like,
Oh, man. I read The Detective over
Detective.
Christmas, The Detective by Matthew Reilly.
Oh, is it any good?
Oh.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It goes to some pretty dark places of like American slavery and things like that.
oh.
But overall, good
Okay.
book.
That's good to
Keeps
know.
you on your toes.
So you're a bit of a reader, like a.
I
He's
try,
a bit of a nerd.
It sounds like you're a reader.
I try
Say
to
yes
read.
if
I'm
I
not a
should.
natural reader, so
Okay.
I try and read a novel over Christmas break because that helps me to kind of kickstart my
Yeah.
reading.
Nice.
I'm always reading about 5 books very, very slowly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes, I'm a
I'm
a bit the same.
It was good to know it was a good book because I sort of had fallen. I haven't loved Matthew Reilly's stuff outside of the big series he did. Like the Jack West series and
Jack
Scarecrow
West
series
and
is pretty good.
Scarecrow. They were awesome.
All his other stuff,
Yeah.
like newer stuff, like Tournament,
Oh,
do not like
do not
at
read it.
all.
Just burn
Not
that
good
book before you read
Not
it. That's
good.
terrible.
Even some of his other standalones, it's like, it's okay.
Yeah, okay.
But Great Zoo of China is a good one if you haven't read that.
Oh, yes, that is a good one.
Great book.
Mm.
But so it's good to know. It's a good
Okay.
book.
Yeah, I liked it.
Okay.
What's any sporting? Are you into sport, Pastor Des?
I'm starting to get into F1 like all
You are as well?
I'm, trying to-
Yay.
I'm watching Drive to Survive at the moment, but I feel like I can't haven't caught up to like real time. I
Yeah.
feel like I can't follow F1 in real life yet because I haven't caught up from Drive to Survive. So
See,
I'm
Doesn't want the spoilers.
Okay. All right.
no, it's spoilers are fine. But
a good- I
I
feel like
watched the F1 movie at a guy's night,
And that
I
got
was
you-
like, this is cool.
It's exactly the
Okay.
same.
And so
thing
I
at
watched it with
start,
Beck
yeah.
a few weeks later, and she's like, "Oh, that was really awesome." I said, "Do you want to watch Drive to Survive with me?" And she goes, "No."
Oh.
okay, I'll just watch it by myself.
That's okay
So,
too.
yeah.
That's
I'm
okay.
into NBA
F1.
and also
Yeah,
now
NBA.
slowly burning F1.
What about NRL?
Nah, I can't
You're a
do it.
footy guy, Dad?
I did watch
No
the
way.
NRL.
Can't do it.
So I can't talk about footy on here?
You can.
You can talk about footy.
Oh, okay.
How are you feeling about
Well,
the
I'm-
whole
I'm-
Ponga and what's his name?
Oh, I don't get. Yeah, so that's
How
a
are you
gripe
feeling
at the
about
moment.
that thing that happened?
That thing that happened. Well, I'm getting more
We'll
into
just mute
NRL.
your mic for a second and then
My son is very much into NRL, and we're watching like 4 games a weekend. Like,
What?
oh yeah, it might be a bit too much.
That's a
but like
lot.
I'm at a tipping comp, non-gambling tipping comp. I'm doing pretty well. I'm actually crushing some of the other guys. Shout out to
Maybe
my
you
WhatsApp
should be in a
group.
tipping comp.
Anyway, but it makes
no, we
me get
cannot condone gambling.
it makes me get right into it more, right?
But
Yeah, I'm appealing to the
Look,
NRL fans out there. Let us know in the comments on the YouTube
started-
video.
Are you
This
talking
is-
Knights?
Yeah, Newcastle Knights.
Yeah,
This is-
Newcastle Knights.
This is something else. I was like, maybe this again. Here we go, talking about fresh starts for the year. Maybe this year I can get into NRL or whatever. But I did start watching it, and then that game they played and they both went out. I was like,
Yeah.
I was really hopeful about Newcastle.
No, I
this
still
year,
believe
'cause-
in them.
Still believe in them.
Fletcher Sharp is. Look, I'm looking at 2 guys that don't watch it, so it's hard to have this conversation.
I don't know who you're talking
Fletcher
about.
Sharp is looking
Yeah.
fresh. He's good.
He's good.
And I think we've got a
Is
really
he?
strong team apart. Yeah, he is,
Wow.
man. He's
How
looking
did-
real
but-
good. He's fast. He's strong. He brings like an energy to the team that without Ponga there, we need that leadership. So
Who did we play recently though?
We.
Home game.
we played the Warriors.
And we
So
did
shout
not.
out Pastor Earl. He'd be happy about that. But
Oh,
Warriors
yes.
kind of crushed us
Oh, yes.
at a home game.
Boo.
They're looking strong though.
First home game.
They're looking extra strong.
Rats.
But I think we'll get up. I think we'll go
Shall we,
well.
okay?
Anyway, I think that was a good podcast.
It's good. It's great.
Let's land it there.
Good chat.
Good chat. Good chat.
If
If you're wondering why, look,
I don't
we got it's.
I would
We've
just
just got
quickly
some fun
say
stuff.
something, if you've heard something about this podcast, like if something in this episode, if you listen and it has really resounded with you, you want to talk to someone about it, please
Great.
reach out to
Absolutely.
pastor, a connect group leader, a table space leader, whoever is someone who's close to you. And please, we would encourage you, if this episode has blessed you, which camera am I going to look at? This one.
We look
If
at
this episode has
Where?
blessed you, you felt like this has empowered you in some way, absolutely share it with someone you know who would also
Great.
be blessed by this episode. It was good.
good pod.
Okay, goodbye.
Pod out.
Pod out.
See you later.